Could it be that maybe Mortal Kombat 4 secret character Meat is the final character, number 16, when it comes to the Mortal Kombat 1 Cameo Fighter roster? Well, I wish I had the answer. What's up? It's your boy Dynasty back again with another Mortal Kombat Armageddon live commentary, and today we're using what some people would call as a joke character. Me in the past, I've considered the Meat Man a joke, but if we're gonna keep it real, I guess he technically is more of a hidden secret character than really a joke. So, yeah, today we're using the Meat Man, Meat, who may or may not be the final character in that Cameo Fighter roster. According to a few leaks, personally, do I think it's the case? Initially, for a long time, I didn't. I really didn't, but considering that Ed Boon did his Truth or Troll Q&A on X, aka Twitter, a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago rather, and a lot of things that he mentioned from that Truth or Troll ended up coming to fruition, including Shujinko. I don't know, man. He mentioned that Meat was one of the stronger cameo fighters in MK1, so it's got me thinking. There's got to be a chance in some capacity. But going back to Meat back in Mortal Kombat Armageddon was the first time I think he was ever playable outside of being unlockable in Mortal Kombat 4 as a secret character. Did make some cameos back in the day in like Mortal Kombat Deception's Conquest mode. If you find him, I think, running around the Nether Realm, he does give you some coins. You know, miscellaneous cameos here and there. I think even in Mortal Kombat 11, they do, I think, confirm that I guess you can say the blood guy that comes out of the crypt, the pools of blood all throughout the caves of the crypt, is apparently Meat. That's what the Mortal Kombat wiki says, but I don't know if that's been officially confirmed by NetherRealm Studios. But yeah, man, Meat introduced MK4, secret character. Haven't seen him since. Courtesy of the Armageddon ending, though, it's when we get some lore for the first time when it comes to Meat. Now, back in the day when it came from a gameplay standpoint, this was like the first time he was playable, given his own full moveset, and they gave him the wrestling moveset, which I cannot stand. He can be Bane and break the back of the bats. He's got some little Bloody Monday, I think that's what it's called, Bloody Monday strikes like this. He's punching. A lot of grabs. He's got this grab that literally just him tossing you into the sky for an air combo, which is kind of based. Check this out. Yeah. He can literally, mid-combo, just pick you up and toss you into the sky. Had 1, 2, 3, 4 different special moves. My personal favorite is the head roll, which is where he takes off his head like a bowling ball and tosses it like a tumbleweed across the screen. If he comes back in Mortal Kombat Uno, we gotta get the head roll. I'm just saying, we gotta get it back. The head roll, picture that. Just, you call an assist and somebody like me just comes out of screen, out of frame, into frame, rather. Gives a nice little bowling ball head throw. Then he had the Meat slide, where he just slides across the screen. And the funny thing about playing this on the no blood setting, yeah, can you believe that? There is a streamer mode back in Mortal Kombat Armageddon where there is no blood and fatalities. Whoa, crazy! A game from 20 years ago, giving us more options than MK1. Funny enough, when you do no blood in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, they remove. Can't even English. It's Labor Day. They remove all the blood from even his special moves. So typically speaking, when you do like the head roll, there's supposed to be a bunch of blood following that. You do the Meat slide, there's supposed to be a bunch of blood that he slides through. So all that's missing in the PG-13 version I'm using right now, because, you know, YouTube algorithm, automated system, it's broken. They hate blood, even in polygon video games. Also had a body mutilation move where he plays with the eye that's out of his socket for some health regen. I think it's like 15 different health points if he gets the taunt completely finished. And lastly, he had a teleport where he falls into the ground. It's supposed to be like a blood puddle. And he just, you know, appears behind you, which is a nice callback to, again, Mortal Kombat 11, because he is coming out of like a puddle of blood. So, yeah. Then the weapon we got back in the day was, go figure, meat cleavers. He had meat cleavers. If only maybe like 4 strings, probably. If I can do any, as I'm getting wrecked by Kira, who is fighting to be part of the Mortal Kombat 1 roster. She's like, you got no Kano, you got no Sonya, I got Dragon Teeth, Butterfly Knives. Bro, I'm all over the place with my English today. There's one string. Here's another. Whoa. She was stunned and she still recovered faster than me. How is she eating my attack? How is she eating these? How am I getting punished on this? The animations make no sense. Okay, guys. I gotta sweat a little bit here. I gotta sweat a little bit. I swear, sometimes the 3D era games, man, they just be broken as hell. So, yeah, he had some meat cleavers. He had the wrestling fighting style, which is such a bummer because really he only has 2 strings. He has this right here. And that. 2 strings, but then the ability to, like, toss you into the sky and, like, give you an armbar, a standing armbar. I never really liked the wrestling style when it came to the 3D era games. I think Smoke has this fighting style. I think Jax has like a Muay Thai that's kind of similar to this. A couple of characters have the wrestling fighting style. And it sucks, man. It sucks because you get no strings. So when you make it to like the sub-boss and the boss battles in the ladder, so like, you know, Kitaro or Blaze, you got no cheese to spam here. And if you guys use your weapons in the 3D era games, you take more damage with them equipped. So when I only have strings in this style, you get punished double. So it's not a fun character to use, I'll be frank, because you get punished hella. So I was never really a fan of Meat because of that. I never liked the fighting style, but the character concept's a great concept, so I never got around to telling you the story of Meat. Sorry, been sidetracked here. Been a minute, been like 10 days since we did a gameplay video, so, you know, a little rusty on this. So the origin lore of Meat, according to the Armageddon ending, I believe it's confirmed, he's officially now a Shang Tsung test experiment who escapes. Yes, we don't know anything else other than the fact that he was in the flesh pits. I'd assume the same flesh pits where Molina was created, and somehow, some way, he got the ability to run away and escape. So he escapes, he defeats Blaze, and I believe he does not know what to do after beating Blaze because he has no recollection of his former previous life before the test experiments. So he apparently fades into obscurity, which is kind of funny. So that's the story of Meat, his lore at MK1, or I guess in Armageddon. Yeah, I'm definitely half asleep recording this. Apologies. I've been working so hard, guys, with the content. I'm telling you, my sleep schedule's ruined. I've been all over the place, but I've been wanting to do a gameplay, you know, live com with Meat for a while now. A lot of you guys have been asking me to use Meat in a playthrough like this, so I figured it's been a long time coming because, again, Ed Boon did tease potentially Meat as a cameo fighter in the Truth or Troll Q&A, and most of those things he mentioned came to fruition. So I do think there's probably a 50-50 chance we're probably going to see Meat. He did mention we'd be getting some obscure characters from the 3D era, and I think nothing is more obscure than this guy, the Meat Man. So I do think it's a 50-50 chance. I don't have any insider information. There's been a couple leaks that mention that he might be the final cameo character. So I think given that this is probably, I think, the best roster we've had in a long time, it's got a bunch of 3D era love, why not give us a secret character that was introduced in the 3D era games back in Mortal Kombat 4, back in Armageddon? I do think when it comes to the Mortal Kombat roster, the only thing MK1 is missing currently right now is a campy, I don't want to say a joke character, because I feel like that's such a negative connotation. But, you know, a character that's not meant to be taken too serious. Because when it comes to Mortal Kombat, I feel like we haven't had some, you know, something like that in a minute, you know what I mean? Look at this guy. He plays with his eye that's out of socket. So for like an assist, right? For a 4-move assist, one move could be the head roll. You can still keep the wrestling meta and have you come into frame, Meat come into frame, and pick up your opponent for a free air combo. You could do body mutilation, right? So you can have him come out and, like, I don't know, play with his eye, and then you get some health regen. And then for, like, the 4th one, you could just have, like, the Meat leg slide. Have him slide into frame like that. There you go. 4 different assists I already came up with. I think it's doable. The model would be easy to make, just somebody in some boxer briefs with some blood oozing from his body. We only have one character that I think that really does self-mutilation for, like, their attacks, and that's Havoc, and he's in this game, so hey, the more the merrier. And considering that Natara is going to be, like, the only blood-based character on the game's roster, I'm just saying, there's not, like, an over exposure of blood in the playstyle and the movesets, so Natara is really not even too blood-based like a Scarlet either, so you can make Meat completely blood-based. Give him a just give him a blood projectile if you wanted to, you know? Take some liberties here, add to the character. But I do think the idea of Meat being a cameo character would be amazing. Especially because, again, we do know in the lore, Shang Tsung is a snake oil salesman who is struggling to come up with these elixirs. Apparently, he's not helping people, but yet killing them and poisoning them and making matters worse instead of fixing the issues, despite coming off like somebody who can help these people. So clearly, he's had a few failed test experiments. So I'm just saying, in canon, in lore, who's to say that Shang Tsung, before spreading the Tarka and experimenting on seemingly Melina in this game, maybe he was experimenting on other people. Maybe this Meat guy could just be, I don't know. Maybe this is Dairu. You know, maybe Dairu's not Havoc, and it's Meat. You feel me? I don't know. These cameo fighters aren't in canon in the story, but if you ever wanted to, man, you have an in with Shang Tsung being a really bad... I don't know what you call him, because he's not a sorcerer up until, you know, Kronika or Damashi meets him, right? He's just like a snake oil salesman, but he's doing these experiments. We have confirmation he's got the lab. And if you look closely, going back to the Banished trailer in the background, there appears to be some type of like cryo chamber or something on the left side. And there seems to be some type of human body in it. And I'm not saying it's me because I don't think it is, but again, you know, you have some confirmation that people were doing some weird human test experiments. You can just simply have Meat fill that void. Give him the meat cleavers. Come on, it writes itself. And give us that campy Mortal Kombat goodness again. It's been a while. It's been a while, so I would not complain at all. At all. Look at that. Reminds me of the Quan Chi move. Quan Chi has moved just like that. But yeah, I never really was too fond to Meat because I did not like the fact that he had no cheese combo strings, and I never did like the wrestling fighting style. I always felt like he was a bit limited and hard to use, but I feel like he was broken because, again, he's kind of OP. He has like a back 2 move. There's a back forward one, maybe? I was doing it earlier. It's, it's like a free pop-up. It's not this. Like, the uppercut he has. I was doing it earlier. I couldn't even tell you what it was, guys. Look at that roundhouse kick. Woo! Looking like rain. You could do, like, a 3-hitter for, like, 40% if you do certain things. I don't know. He's kind of OP. He's in the same vein as Mocap, but it came to, like, 3D era goodness. Like, dude is pretty broke. Granted, he's not meant to be taken serious. It's a fun character. I just miss that so much. And with, you know, us having cameos, why not? Why not? Been a long time coming. So, I do hope it is Meats. I gotta be real. I want Draman in this game really bad, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Yo, Shiva is beating me up. This is kind of stressful. I gotta be honest. There it is. You see what I mean? Like, his down 2, his regular uppercut, so OP. Look at that. Look at that. How much percent is that? It's only 12? 5 for 12? Okay, maybe I was lying. Maybe I was lying. Maybe he's not as broken as I thought he was. Oh, that's unblockable. 12% head roll time, baby. And the idea of seeing a head roll tumbleweed in 2023 in 4K, I think that would be hilarious. Because Havoc isn't doing that. So, I mean, maybe Meat can. But if you're enjoying the gameplay videos, if you could take a second, drop a like on it, I really would appreciate it. It's always fun to sit down, hang out with you guys, do some live commentary, rant a little bit, give my takes on things like characters we may or may not see come back. We're only 10 days away, my peeps. 10 days! We'll find out exactly what they have in store for us. So, who is the final cameo fighter? If it's not Draman, like I've been asking for, because I want to throw the bunch of flies that Draman has with his club. We can't get Draman. Can we get the next best thing, which I think is his cousin Meats? They look the same. They got their skin falling off their body. They probably smell really bad. They're morbid. Nobody likes them, it seems like, even Ed Boon. So we'll see what happens. And I'm getting wrecked here by Blaze. What is the move, guys? How are we going to defeat Blaze? Just air drop kicks? Is that what we're going for? Just air combos? Just air kicks? Yeah, I don't know how I beat somebody who's made of molten rock and lava, and I'm just a dude with, like, my flesh just falling off my skin and body. We'll figure it out. I got my cleavers. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay. I'm surprised that slow string is actually landing. That's another thing, like all his combos, they start up so slow. So I feel like, again, like we were saying earlier, like the animations can be just eaten alive by the other person. You know what I mean? Because you really only got like 2 strings. Look how slow that is. The recovery, too, when you commit to it, it's horrible. So, yeah, Meat, never really one of my characters I'd be using, but some of you guys love him, some of you hate him. It's a cult classic. In the comment section, let me know what you think about Meat. Do you think this failed Shang Tsung test experiment has a spot on the cameo roster? I'm intrigued to hear your guys' thoughts on Meat, because again, very unique character to say the least. It's not every day we get, you know, unlockable characters in Mortal Kombat, so this was one of them. Okay, alright, I'm trying, guys. Getting close. We're getting close. Oh, the delayed wake up from Meat. I mean, from Mocap. I mean, from from Blaze. Labor Day's got my brain taking the day off, folks. I love you, though. I'm also having an anxiety attack right here. This is getting pretty intense. Can I punish him? Yes, yes, yes. Whoa, let's go, baby. First try, flawless victory, solid run. Again, I love you guys. Thank you for coming back and watching the content as always. I've been your host. I've been Dynasty. Could Meat be the final character on the cameo roster? Is he a failed Shang Tsung experiment again before the Tarkat? I guess we'll find out. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. If you've never seen Meat's ending, here it is. Enjoy it.
Meat was an experiment who escaped Shang Tsung's flesh pits before he could be completely formed. As the other combatants fought, Meat rushed unseen to the top of the pyramid and defeated Blaze. Godlike energy enveloped him, giving him the power to shapeshift. With the ability to become anyone, Meat lost his sense of identity and disappeared into obscurity.